All right, ladies and gentlemen, your anchor for Team Millennials, please welcome to the stage, Marron!
Hello. I'm going to adjust this microphone. Is this okay for you? Great. So I don't really have a rebuttal other than to say that I would like to be reading this on paper, but instead I'm going to be reading off of my phone to conserve the resources that previous generations used up so carelessly. So that's just something for you to know. So I'm a proud millennial, and because of this I have a very millennial job. I'm a digital creator, which is to say I make things specifically for the internet. Because of this, I receive feedback for my work, like this comment from a man named Al. Hey Al, it's me, millennial pussy boy Dylan Marron. Now I have to admit, it took me some time to read this comment in full because, you know, as a millennial, it's really hard to read more than 5 words at a time due to the fact that our attention spans are just like so. Hey guys, you know who is so on fleek? Is Cardi B. Can I get a praise hands emoji, dancing woman in red dress emoji? Cool. Yas queen, go off. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh right, it took me a while to get to the end of this 8-word comment, but I finally found time to finish it after I polished my participation trophy, which I received just for existing and subsequently remounted it on the altar it sits upon in my safe space, a room my parents had built me where nobody is allowed to disagree with me. I have to say that this comment kind of got my wig snatched, but don't worry, it's all Gucci. And I'm sure Al is a small bean, but honestly, he is serving some tea, and low-key, I did not expect him to be so salty. But it's okay because I'm feeling myself, and I don't need to throw shade at him just for hashtag expressing his opinion, Henny. I apologize. I forgot to make this accessible for my elders. Let me start over. This comment kind of made me feel exposed. Wig snatched. But don't worry, I took it in stride. It's all Gucci. And I'm sure Al is a kind, sweet human, small bean. But honestly, he is telling the truth. And just between us, I did not expect him to be so unkind. But it's okay because I'm currently in this moment confident, and I don't need to cast aspersions upon him just for expressing his opinion, fellow humans for whom I feel warmth. Anyway, what you may not know is that Al is actually being woke AF, which is to say he is keenly aware of the ebbs and flows of our constantly changing culture and is perhaps unknowingly very millennial in the language that he uses. By calling me a pussy boy, Al is engaging in the same whimsical wordplay of the very generation he was intending to slander. Pussy juxtaposed with boy inspired Al, brava. But as a good little millennial, I know that sex and gender are separate, so humans born with female genitalia don't necessarily identify as women. Pussy and boy could both accurately describe the same human's genitalia and identity, or they could not. I think Al, deeply aware of this linguistic irony, chose to highlight the inexplicable and complex relationship between biology and identity as a means to evoke thought. Now let's turn to the next chapter in this comment, more girl than man. Take a moment with that, okay? Really let it settle in. More girl than man. More girl than man. Wow. So Al is accidentally highlighting something that's really fascinating here. He's moved on from the distinction between gender and biology and has elevated the conversation to something we millennials know is incredibly important. the fact that gender itself is a spectrum, right? By suggesting that I'm more girl than man, Al is thereby attempting to determine where I fit on the scale of the outdated gender binary. Thank you, Al. And while I do identify as a man, I appreciate that unintentional allowance for fluidity, so thank you. Now, this is very important. I bring up Al not to shame him, but just to inform you that Al is a member of Gen X. And it's almost as if the millennial generation is a group of dynamic, forward-thinking pussy boys, and I mean that in a positive way, who are so determined to embrace the diverse human experience that we have employed new words to make sure everyone is included. And we utilize the beautiful universal language of emojis so that our sentiments can transcend the territorial borders ancient colonizers have erected. While this member of Gen X is hurling nonsense words from behind the anonymity of his keyboard, which, oh, isn't that what everyone says millennials do? Can I get a praise hands emoji, dancing woman in a red dress? Thank you.
Points for the use of the word aspersions, right?